Vicious Circles by Nora Brickner. Scene 1. Samantha sits in her room listening to music. She is flipping through a binder of SAT prompts.
Do people tend to get along better with people who are very different from them? No. Is solitude necessary? Yeah. Is it best for people to accept who they are and what they have? No! Absolutely not! Stop. Breathe. Finish reading the question. Is it best for people to accept who they are and what they have, or should people always strive to better themselves? Plan and write an essay in which you develop your point of view on this issue. Support your position with reasoning and examples taken from your reading, studies, experience, or observations.
Samantha looks at the clock.
Shit! Pull yourself together, Sammy. Pick one and start writing. They will be home in 35 minutes, and God knows you can't get anything done when that happens.
She clears everything off of her desk except for the essay prompt. She gets a watch and 2 No. 2 pencils out of her desk drawer and places them next to the prompt.
Okay. Desk clear, watch set, pencils ready, music off. Let's go.
Don't give me that bullshit. Sadie, don't you dare walk away from me. Where were you? Where the fuck were you?
And they're home. Early.
Samantha throws her pencil across the room. Sadie and Seth walk into the living room.
For the 100th time, Seth, I was out with my mother.
And for the 100th time, I don't believe you.
Sadie walks over to the phone, picks it up, and holds it out in front of Seth.
Call her.
No.
Seth hits the phone out of Sadie's hand so it hits the floor.
That daughter of a dick wouldn't tell me the truth.
How dare you talk about my mother that way?
Oh, please, Sadie, I'm sure you told her to cover for you while you were out doing it with every guy in town today.
Seth, what on earth are you talking about?
Can you name every man whose penis entered your vagina today?
Do you hear the words coming out of your mouth right now?
I'm waiting.
No one! I didn't have sex with anyone today!
Sadie, let's not have a repeat of last year. Just tell me who the guys are so we can start moving on.
Repeat of last year?
What about Daniel?
What about Daniel?
Last spring.
I gave Daniel a hug because we were at his wife's funeral.
Do you promise not with anyone today?
Yes!
Good. Then you won't mind if I call the phone company tomorrow and ask them to set up a tracking device on your phone, would you?
Yes, I would mind very much.
Why? This way I can see where you are at all times, and because you don't do anything that I should know about, you should be fine with it.
Seth, you are losing it. You need to see someone.
I need to see someone. How about you?
Me?
You should go to someone to deal with your sex addiction. You're tearing this family apart.
You are unbelievable. For the last time, I did not have sex, sleep with, have intercourse, or make love to anyone today. This conversation is over.
Samantha sits in her room. She is still studying SAT prompts.
Is it better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all? Why is having sex called making love? In olden days, did people think you fell in love while having sex? Or did people think that when you had sex, you were putting love out into the world? Plus, why are people called lovers? Why not sexers? I mean, I get that you're supposed to love the person you sleep with, but obviously that's not always the case.
Scene 2. Seth is sitting at the kitchen table eating cereal. Samantha walks in.
Morning.
Morning, Pumpkin.
Samantha goes to the pantry and takes out a box of Wheaties. As she is about to sit down,
No.
Sadie enters.
Seth, I need to talk to you. No, what?
Don't eat Wheaties, eat the Cheerios.
I don't want to eat Cheerios, I want to eat Wheaties.
Samantha Lillian Gold, you will not talk back to me. You heard me, young lady.
Samantha gets up and walks around the table to get the Cheerios.
Good. Samantha, are you planning on seeing anyone over spring break?
No. At school, why would I want to spend my break with them too?
Fine. Speaking of school, you take health class, right?
I used to. Why?
What kind of things did you talk about in health? Did you talk about sex?
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to figure out why women are so promiscuous.
I'm gonna go study.
Samantha exits.
Out of your mind?
Pardon?
How dare you try and drag our daughter into our problems, which aren't even real problems because I didn't do anything.
Don't how dare you to me. She knows about all your sleeping around. You're just not home enough to realize that she doesn't treat you like a mom. You're too busy fucking Stuart to realize what's going on in this house.
Stuart. You mean your brother, Stuart?
Yes, that is exactly what I mean.
Why in the world would I be having sex with Stuart?
Because you can't control yourself. You're a sex addict. I don't know. You tell me.
I'm not having sex with Stuart. Or anyone, for that matter.
What is that supposed to mean?
Exactly what it sounds like. I'm not having sex with anyone.
Are you insinuating that we don't have enough sex?
No. I can't take this anymore. Seth, you are the one making us go crazy. You are so controlling and paranoid that you can't even let us pick our own cereal. You're so worried that you made the wrong choice that you make everyone suffer.
False. I always make the right choice. I just don't want to see my family make the wrong one.
Do you hear what you're saying right now?
You say that a lot. From now on, I want you to assume that I always know what I'm saying.
We need to go to couples therapy.
What? No.
We go to therapy or I'm gone.
Fine. Couples therapy.
Seth and Sadie are in a therapist's office. They are in their third session of couples therapy.
Talk about my childhood? Mr. Gold, I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to leave the Blue Hill Academy. Mr. Gold, I'm sorry to say that if you wish to stay at the Watson School, you're going to have to repeat the 10th grade. Seth, sweetheart, how could you get kicked out of yet another school? Seth, you need to get control of your life. Seth, Seth, Seth! Son, get your act together or go see a therapist. Seth, is it okay if I call you that? Now, Seth, why don't you tell me what's going on? Why do you think you're here? I see, I see. You say you need to be in control. Expand on that. Do you mean in your education or all the time?
Dad, I know you said not to sit next to him on the bus home, but that was the only seat left. I thought you would rather have me sit next to him than stand. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll stand next time. I went to the store and bought your favorite dinner, the one in the blue box. Mom said that was your favorite. I'm sorry. I'll run back to the store and get you the one in the red box. The blue box has lamb. I don't like lamb. I'm sorry. Yes, Dad, I'll eat the lamb. Because the most important thing in life is to please people.
Talk about Daniel. I just gave Daniel a hug my ass. I saw them kissing in the movie theater last spring. It was one of the first father-daughter trips Samantha and I took. I was waiting outside the girls' bathroom for Samantha when I saw Sadie and Daniel walk into Theater 7 holding hands. I rushed Samantha into our movie theater so she wouldn't see them. I pretended to get up and go to the bathroom, but instead I snuck into the movie Sadie and Daniel were supposed to be watching. What did I find instead? Sadie and Daniel hooking up in the corner of the theater.
You want me to talk about Daniel? The month after Darcy died, his wife, my friend, I went over to Daniel's house to help him start getting his life back in order. I was at his house for hours every day, teaching him how to clean futons and stuff like that. He's such a sad, lonely man. I promised myself that if there was anything I could do to help, I would do it.